always happen, and I mean it sounds pretty arbitrary, but there's probably stats on that. And the bad one is the earthquake one. I really don't want to ask that one. That one's a little bit sketchy and a little bit scary. So I think people are afraid. A lot of people that I want to call are afraid to answer because they know I've already told them. I already prepared them that I'm on the air. So I'm hoping that they will answer and talk to me about the predictions because this is pretty fun. I just kind of just thought earlier in the week that I'd do this, and I was hoping it'd work out. So I'm enjoying it right now. And I'm calling another buddy. Hopefully he answers, but there's a lot of busy people during Super Bowl Sunday. They're either eating, hanging out, or something like that. So.
Hi, this is Brad Silver.
Oh man, my buddy's not home for that one. So I got some good people that can probably more good people to call. Also, number of times the personal fouls. We talked about the quarterback personal fouls. You know, I don't know if there'll be that many personal fouls. I'm gonna say there's no personal fouls on quarterbacks. That's my prediction. No personal fouls on quarterbacks. So I don't think there's going to be any. You know, but Denver has kind of a nasty defense. So does Carolina. It's possible that it could happen, but I don't think so. I always think Super Bowls are perfect and clean. Could you imagine the Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game, a Super Bowl? Ooh, I know they can't in the same conference, but that would have been nasty if they would have had a Super Bowl with those two teams. There's so many awful penalties and people getting suspended and fined and all that good stuff. So that was kind of a scary playoff game. It was really kind of horrible, really. That didn't help the NFL. So let me see if I got another one. Okay. Number of times the just here for a party that doesn't apply to my life fan insists upon laughing at a commercial that isn't funny because, well, how else to make the moment feel as big as they wish it were? Over and under 23.5. That's a long-winded one. Number of times the just here for a party that doesn't apply to my life fan insists upon laughing at commercial that isn't funny because, well, how else to make the moment feel as big as they wish it were? Over and under 23.5. So that's an interesting one, too. All right. Also, number of times your Super Bowl party that an actual football fan shushes an annoying just here for the party that doesn't apply to my life fan during live game action. There's always your Super Bowl fans that are just there for the party and they could care less about football. There's always those people. So that's going to happen at a lot of Super Bowl parties because people are there and a lot of people think it's a holiday, you know, and may not have watched football all year round. So that's always a thing. Yeah, my wife just raised her hand, so she's one of those too. Number of special teams players seen for some reason handling Lombardi Trophy during post-game celebrations. That happens too. So they're saying over and under too on that. And there could be a special teams player get the MVP. That's happened before. Or a number of game minutes played before Demaryius Thomas visibly overcomes his nerves and starts catching what's thrown to him. They say over and under 38. So that's an interesting one too. But I think you can bet on some of these. I'm not a bettor, but I know you can bet on some of these weird bets. So should be a good game. I hope it's a good game. I'm going to call a couple more people, and if I don't get any more callers, we're going to call it a night. But I appreciate Hess doing some live chatting here. He's got some really good comments on here. They're pretty funny. But I thank him for that. I'm going to call a good buddy of mine that always gives really, really good predictions. Really, really good predictions. I hope he answers, my buddy Jeff. But I think people are scared of me. I got a lot of people not wanting to answer, so they're kind of scared. Kind of scared of calling me and talking to me about their predictions. Don't want to be on the internet, I guess. But that's okay. I don't blame them. They're probably having a good time, enjoying the Super Bowl party. Let me see if there's some other bets they do have. In Super Bowl 48, the Broncos had a plan to avoid Richard Sherman. And will Peyton Manning pay Norman the same amount? Hey, what's up, buddy?
Not
Buddy
much,
Matt.
man. Just jumping out of the shower here, showing my naked to the world.
All right, well, hey, man, what's your Super Bowl prediction for Super Bowl 50, buddy?
Oh, you just want just a quick prediction, or do you want like a score prediction?
You can give me all you want. It's fine. We got plenty of time.
I'll say 42-24 North Carolina.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew it was going to be Carolina because I knew you were going to root for Peyton. You're not a big Peyton Manning fan.
Well, he's a big jokester.
Yeah. Hey, how many times are they going to? Yeah.
He's a good quarterback, but when push comes to shove, at his he's never been. I won't say that he can't commit during the big game because he's proven that he can.
Yeah.
I just think, like so many other teams and coaches as well, teams have figured out people.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, the old saying that every dog has his day, I think that, people have finally, kind of figured him out, and it's rough,
Yeah.
If you were to look at, statistic-wise, blah, 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 you could say, well, Denver had a better team than what the Colts did. Well, then why is it that every time the Denver and the Colts meet, whether it's away or it's home, the Colts, spank their butt?
Yeah.
Well, that's because they've got his number. They know, and there's other teams, like that. And just the same as, people are starting to figure out Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And, and it takes a while sometimes, but, and that's kind of my outlook and my theory on stuff in through there. And it's still not that he's not capable of playing a game, because he's proven that he can. Is he the same Peyton Manning that there was years ago? No, obviously not. But, obviously, he's still fully capable of, maintaining a starting quarterback position on an NFL team. That's more than what I could probably say, for myself. But, North Carolina, all in all, they got a good defense. They've got an extraordinary running back, because they really don't have to have extraordinary running back, and because they've got it in Cam Newton.
Yeah.
And, that's going to be the big key is, managing him. The threat with him is he's got the legs to be able to try, be able to pick up first downs and whatnot, and or gain a big yardage in open field. But at the same time, he's very, very accurate with the football, and he can throw it too. So, kind of like a Ben Roethlisberger scenario. Into there, anytime that you get outside, full defense, secondary forward, well, somebody's going to be uncovered.
Yeah.
And then, so that's going to be the key factor, I think, is keeping him under control.
Yeah.
How well they can do that.
Yeah.
And, if they can shut him down, they've got a really good possibility. But I'm just, I don't know. There's been plenty of other teams out there that, were probably actually better than Denver. And, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree, man, because I really didn't think they'd make it.
I think they kind of, squeaked through, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Which that happens, they could have had a good day, and somebody else could have had a bad day, and lo and behold, guess what happens?
Yeah.
But, like I said, that, I think that, just kind of looking at the season in through there, there's been other teams that have been better than Denver, and, they got their butts spanked by North Carolina. So, but, you know how Super Bowl time is. You give those guys, 2 weeks off or whatever, and, then all of a sudden, it's like, what in the world just happened? You were playing good during the season, you come in here, and then you're horrible. And, when you looked at the, the Pro Bowl game that they just had, Cam Newton looked horrible.
Yeah, I know.
He was throwing picks and stuff, and, so, who knows,
Yeah. How many times are they going to show Archie? What do you think? How many times are they going to show Archie Manning or Eli or both?
Or they're going to show both.
Yeah.
They're going to.
Vegas odds.
I don't know, you know. I mean, I'd say 4.
Vegas says 1.5 over and under. I'd say it's got to be more than that.
1 point. Just a point and a half spread.
That's it.
On the game. Oh no, I don't know, man. I guess I need to like hurry up, catch a flight, and go on out there.
I know you need, or call somebody, because that's crazy.
I mean, because like I'm just going through, like kind of like typically on how their season has went.
Yeah.
Is why I'm basing a score, by kind of like that spread.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think it's going to come down to the wire. I don't think it's really going to be a close game.
Yeah.
And I mean, because most, they got beat one time, but I mean, they could have, like I said, every dog has an off day, and so maybe they did have an off day, but almost every game that they played this year, I mean, none of them were down to the wire.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad did they spank every team that they went and played?
Oh, I know.
Look how bad they beat Arizona.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I didn't think that they were. I mean, I thought that honestly Arizona was going to lose.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that they were going to get beat as bad as what they did.
Me.
I mean, I could have took Madison Grant out there and probably coached it myself and put that many points on the board.
Yeah.
So I mean, and they've got a horrible sucky football team anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on out there, man.
Yeah. But I was surprised too. And they got another weird bet. They got another weird bet about what color they're going to pour on the winning coach, and if there's going to be an earthquake, which I hope to God that doesn't happen, even though it's in a bad earthquake area.
Well, if I tell you what color they're going to pour on the coach, I mean, I'm probably going to be pretty accurate in this.
Yeah.
I will imagine it's probably going to be a Gatorade color.
Okay. Gatorade.
That'd be my guess.
One Gatorade color for sure. I mean, that's usually what.
Yeah.
I think that's the drink that the NFL lets people have. And how many times they're going to mention dabbing from Cam and Carolina doing the dab, which that was.
Well, I mean, how many times are you going to mention that? How many times will he do it?
Yeah.
That's a better question. How many times do you think he will do it? You tell me. How many times do you think that he will do it?
I think since it's the Super Bowl and everybody's watching, I think he'll do it a lot. And why not? I don't mind if people are having fun. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you've earned the right, in my opinion. You've played the all season to get there, so How many commercials do you think that there'll be this year during the Super Bowl?
Oh man, new ones? I'm not sure because the last few years I think they kind of showed newer ones before, and I wasn't that impressed with the ones they had the last few years. But maybe there'll be some good ones. I hope.
Why? Who's performing this year at halftime?
Lady Gaga, I think's doing the national anthem. I hope I'm right. I think. I mean.
Oh, she's not. But she's not like performing halftime.
I think Coldplay is the halftime people. I think
Coldplay. I would rather like Coldplay like do the national anthem, and myself let Lady Gaga do the halftime show because maybe there might be a nipple slip somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's possible.
Kind of like it's the whole Janet Jackson ordeal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah. Well, hey man, I only got about a minute left in my show, but man, you knocked the end of it out really good, man. I appreciate it. Well, thanks for calling, buddy. I appreciate it.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Yep, later.
Bye. Oh, he gave me some good insight. That was cool. I mean, he had more to say than anybody. That's awesome. That's a good deal. Well, hey, man, thanks for all the people that called in today. I did a live show before. My buddy Doug just chatted in and said that Tom Brady just got booed. That always helps. I always enjoy that part. They said it in the pregame show. And they just showed all the former MVPs of all the Super Bowls a little while ago. I haven't seen any of the pregame because I was doing my own pregame show. But that's it. Thanks for listening. If you didn't get to hear this or you want to tell somebody about it, it's going to be recorded and it's going to be available on my Spreaker site. So 41jobs at Spreaker.com. Thanks for listening to my pregame show.